This is Facebook Live with Scrapbook.com. It's Sarah here and Andy and Amy. And we're all dressed in gold, ready to show you guys some really beautiful stuff, some tutorials, some special goodies that we have for you, giveaways, all sorts of stuff. So you want to stick around the whole time and see what we have. So we're going to start with the Magnolia Jane collection. It's really pretty and I have it laid out here for you. So let me move my notes. Okay, so here are some cards that we made with the Magnolia Jane collection by Heidi Swapp. It's in stock at Scrapbook.com right now. And let's see, these are some cards made by one of our girls on the marketing team. And then I made the crazy ones. No, they're really fun. I know, very eclectic.
Crazy, it's eclectic.
Yeah, eclectic. Yeah. And so I used some of the papers here from the Magnolia Jane collection. I also used 28 Lilac Lane. I love the sequins and buttons. Some Prima, of course. And see, we have some more simple, kind of clean ones here with the stamps. That's a stamp from the collection.
It's very elegant.
Yeah, I love this. I love all the florals. It's very haunting, but in a beautiful way. Very memorable kind of designs. And so I'm going to show you some of the papers here first. We have a lot of 12 by 12s, and you can get them in single. Just really pretty flowers. I don't know if you can see that.
Kind of a vintage feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very vintage. Mm-hmm. This one's like a really pretty marble. So there's a lot of, this collection's fun because all the colors obviously correlate really beautifully. But then you have papers of, you have all different styles. You get this weird vintage throwback, but all in similar colors. You have photographs like of the marble here. We have kind of a summer picnic vibe going on for some of it too. It's very like southern to me, but in a kind of industrial way. It's really pretty.
Are they single-sided or double-sided?
These are, they are double-sided.
I'll be darned. Okay.
I'll be darned. We'll flip them back around. This is the one I used in, here, I'll grab it here. This card, and I just got crazy with stamps and, embellishments. With some really pretty watercolor effects, which we're seeing all over the place now. And these gorgeous kind of blacks and whites that she does so well.
It's not all vintage, only
bits
and pieces of it.
I know, it took a turn for the modern very quickly.
I know, I see back and forth, which is really fun. So depending on your style, these papers and all the embellishments and everything, which I'll show you soon, they can fit for anyone, which is really nice. We have some really good like background kind of neutrals and just solids, more subtle patterns too. And I love the pops of pink in this.
Ooh, I like that.
It's really pretty, and it's like she combines some of the papers in her designs. This kind of really soft animal print is fun. So it's almost a collection that's just full of surprises to me. But,
yeah, because even though every paper is very, very different, they coordinate very well together.
yeah, and look at this kind of more Arabic kind of motif. It's really fun. This is what happens when you put cards full of stuff that fall over. can't keep its own weight there. More smeary ones. That one's really fun. So yeah, we have all these amazing papers. They are double-sided. And then it's Heidi Swapp. It's Magnolia Jane by Heidi Swapp, and it's all available at Scrapbook.com. So after this video, we're going to have a link above the article, and in that, or we're going to have a link above the video to an article, and in that article, you're going to be able to see all of this. Click on it, go check it out at Scrapbook.com. And so for now, we're just showing it to you live, but afterwards, you're going to be able to click on it and go check it out, which is really cool. So we also have like these, well, not really papers, but from Heidi Swapp, we have the acetate here. And it's a really beautiful overlay. Yeah. And the back is just the one-sided there. And then we also have this one. Oops, little stray. Ephemera.
Is that vellum?
This is vellum. This is gold foil on vellum.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And another perfect for overlays and stuff. And then the back.
Oh, it's pink.
It's pink, so you could choose. Yeah. Which I didn't realize that at first, but it's more like a matte, kind of metallic pink. And then the really shiny gold foil. So those are some of the papers
that is super pretty.
Included. Yeah, they're really cool. And then I'm obsessed with the ephemera. It's hard to see because it's just in this pack and there's so much transparency and then there's some opacity and more cardboard kind of chipboard feelings. So I went ahead and opened it to show you guys. This is what it looks like in the store, but look at all these amazing ephemera pieces that come in the Heidi Swapp Magnolia Jane ephemera pack. You have gold foil. You have vintage elements like old cameras. This is really cute, kind of just a bow tie tuxedo kind of look. You get ampersand. And
I like the fact that they mixed both the craft paper and the white. I wouldn't have thought to do that, but look how beautiful it goes together.
Yeah, it's all, and so you get a variety too. If you, depending on what you're making in a layout or a card, I mean, you could have both. You could do some overlays. So this collection's really good if you like to layer, or if you just want like a set that all correlates, but you use it in different ways. I mean, we can have like little watercolor tags,
That's so cute.
like with the painting on them. Some vintage posts, like the little elephant here is so cute. And then some nice sentiments too and phrases like "so proud of you." Perfect for a card.
You
It
would
does have a
never
very
know.
subtle feel, too,
You would never know that all of that comes in that little
it's
tiny
in that
packet.
tiny
Yeah,
little
that's pretty
pack,
great.
and it's all of this around it here. I also really love this just because you can pop them in and out. It says all together, but they're little stars. And you can take them out, you can leave them in. So that's kind of fun that comes in there too. Let's see, we also have all these beautiful words. And let me find the empty pack while Terry shows that for you, so I can tell you exactly what it's called. Let me see here. So those are the acetate words, and there's 12 of them that come in a pack.
Yeah, they're really
And I went ahead, and opened them because same thing. You can't see what they say because they're all layered on top in the pack. And we have so many fun words like treasure, hello, gorgeous.
I like the fact that you could hide your glue behind the gold pieces.
Definitely, yeah.
Or you could staple it to your project.
Yeah.
Either way, you could, depending on what you like.
And surprisingly, it shows up pretty well on a solid or paper with a lot of like elements. For
Yeah.
example, this one.
Oh, look at that.
I mean, the gold is very opaque. And
beautiful.
even on, this is a Graphic 45 vintage Hollywood paper. But even on that, you can see it.
You see it.
So yeah, these are great for any paper that you have, and of course the papers that come in the collection too.
Absolutely.
And then
Mojo.
mess it up.
We're messing Andy's mojo.
That's for a tutorial later. We also have the glitter letter stickers in the Magnolia Jane collection, and they're just so pretty. I like how big they are. They're really long, so that they would look great on a layout or a card, I guess. But
yeah, they're a longer sans serif font, so
Yeah.
it fits into many different spaces.
Okay,
It's
can I
nice.
give it the Amy test?
what's the Amy
You know
test?
I don't like glitter, loose glitter.
Oh.
Oh, it doesn't come off on your hands. That's an Amy approved.
Amy approved glitter, guys.
Glitter sticker.
If you love glitter but you don't like it on your carpet, then
That's the way
Or on
to
your
go.
face, or on your
Exactly.
fingers and your
I want it
toes.
everywhere.
I know.
My whole house could be glitter. This collection also has some really cool stamps. These are tinted pink because I use them for my cards. But they're really great, just acrylic stamps. And again, very beautiful little phrases. Only you, my love. Love the florals in it. I actually, in this card here, colored some with
That is
markers.
so
I
cute.
stamped them
It
and
looks
colored
like
them in.
older French illustrations or something.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. So we have a couple stamp sets available, and again some more stickers, and then the one thing about this collection that's really fun is there's elements to make your own journals. So I went ahead and grabbed a few of them, but you'll definitely want to look at the article after we're done, which will be above this video. But there's elements, so if you have the binding, which we have it linked in the article, yep, and you have the cinch, you can create, here we are, your own journals. And you have your own layouts in them, you can create your own little planners. There's all sorts of inserts that come in this collection. Like I said, I just pulled a few. But look at all these little envelopes and such. I'll go ahead and open this one for you.
The reveal.
The reveal.
Crackle sound.
I know. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, it is.
So I love this little pocket, and it
Oh,
slips
I
right
like
in.
that.
Look at that. You can slip either little embellishments, if say you're using it as a planner to use later and to use on the go, or you can slip in any little tickets from events or what have you, depending on how you're using your little journal. But I like it because it's totally customizable. So you can put these wherever you want. We have all sorts of pockets. Yeah, so it's really fun. And then this collection also comes with tags, and I think that's pretty cool. So this is a Magnolia Jane collection by Heidi Swapp. It is a very, very diverse collection, as you can see. Like, there's elements for making your own journals. There's ephemera, stickers, stamps, like anything you could think of that you would want in a collection, it's here. So it's pretty amazing. So thanks for everyone who's just joining us. This is Scrapbook.com. It's Facebook Live, and we're talking about new collections, new products, and new tutorials. So please like this video, comment on it. I encourage you to ask questions because we're live, so we can answer you here if we know the answer, or direct you in a place on the website where you can find the answer. Let's see, we're going to be doing giveaways. We're going to have a fun little special thing for our Facebook friends, so you want to stick around because it's really cool. But now Andy's going to show us an amazing tutorial. It's mixed media DIY wall art. So we're going to go ahead and start that now, and I'll start tidying up all these beautiful magnolia.
Hey, really quick, guys.
Yeah.
We're doing something different here. Can you explain what this is?
That is Jessica's phone. No. We're actually doing like 2 lives at the same time.
We are.
So this is our first Instagram live story. And from what we understand, they disappear after their live. So I'm hoping people are watching.
And then they can watch it.
Always
On
right,
Facebook.
exactly.
Yeah. So if you're, hi Instagram people,
Or on YouTube.
we love you. You can watch this again later if you missed a part. You're like, oh no, what did she say? Or I want to see the papers again. You can hop over to Facebook afterwards, and you can check it out there. So it'll live there, and also it'll live on YouTube after that. So
Monday or Tuesday of next week.
it just keeps going. Keeps
Thanks,
going.
guys.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you.
Bye, Jen.
Bye Instagram, but stay here Facebook.
And I wonder if our Facebook viewers thought, why does Andy have shifty eyes? Because I kept going from camera to camera.
Yeah, so Andy's going to explain our tutorial now. It's so fun, and I'm not going to explain it, but I want to because it's so pretty. Okay, go ahead.
This project combines the elements of, like, the elements that you love of doing a scrapbook layout, as well as doing like a mixed media DIY project that you can hang up. And so this clipboard comes with a little hole here. Most clipboards do. So when you're done with this, all you have to do is hang it up. And you've got a picture frame, you've got art. It's all in
That's
there.
such a good gift idea, too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I kind of got the idea a little bit from Tim Holt's class I took at Creativation. We did a very small little clipboard like that. It was pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
What a good idea.
Absolutely. So this one, I used the Hanami Garden collection by Kaisercraft. I combined a few stencils in this too. And this is a picture of Mickey. This is one of my parents' dachshunds, who I love very much and is like my own child.
So are you giving this to your parents?
I am.
Yeah.
They don't know it, but I'm giving it to them if they're
they're
watching.
watching, they
watch.
You know now.
Oh no, sorry, give it away. I'm the secret giver-aware.
The secret giver-aware.
Sorry.
So I decided to do another one, but with a different collection. So Sarah mentioned earlier, this is the Vintage Hollywood collection by Graphic 45. This is so beautiful, and I love it. And I used to live in LA, so this makes me miss LA very, very much. So I decided to take a couple pictures and use them like I did with Mickey's picture, but this is me on a beach near LA. And my friend Annette and I, we taught art together in LA, so I decided to use that as well. And just a very strange outtake of me getting out of the frame. So, I know.
But those little candid moments, like, can
Yeah, they
really
can be
add
fun.
so much to your layout.
For sure.
Yeah.
This is the Fancy Pants DIY home decor clipboard. This is so great because they actually give you a silver option if you want to exchange it for the gold. Yeah. So on this one, I actually took this off and then cut this so it looks like it's going behind it, which it is. But for the sake of time, I just cut it so that all we have to do is just lift the clip up and glue it on there.
But you can take it off.
You can
if
absolutely
wanna
take it off. Mm-hmm.
Go all the way. Like
Exactly, go all the way. So what I'm first going to do, I've already pre-cut this so it would fit very nicely like this, is I'm going to Mod Podge it onto this. So, and if you guys saw my last tutorial, you know I love Mod Podge.
If you didn't, though, after this video, you can go to the video section of our Facebook page, the Scrapbook.com Facebook page, and then you can find that video, and you can look at her last Distress Oxides tutorial, which was really awesome, and
Oh, thanks.
it was really fun. And I did it.
I know,
never used
we
it
had
before.
Jess and Sarah involved, it was pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because this paper is double-sided, to keep it cohesive and to keep it, you know, so it looks like it coordinates well together, I actually use the back of this, and that's going to be the base for the inside of my frame when I use it. So it just, everything will tie together and it'll look really, really pretty. Because mixed media can look like a mess real quick. It can look like you didn't have a plan in place. And Mod Podge dries really quick too, so what I suggest is doing it bit by bit and just kind of gluing it on from there. And Mod Podge can cause paper to wrinkle, so you want to really press it hard.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah, especially thicker paper. It just kind of has this
Buckles a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have people from New York, Utah, Alberta, Canada.
Oh, cool.
Hi,
welcome.
everyone.
Netherlands.
Oh, cool.
Is it cold?
Hi,
I bet
guys.
it's cold in all those places right now. We're in Arizona, and yesterday, where I commute to scrapbook.com and where I lived, it got up to 90 in the sun.
It did.
Yeah, it did.
90 degrees
Yeah, I think it's
Fahrenheit,
supposed to get pretty.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hot.
Terry's originally from Colorado. Terry's the one who's our film
Behind the
gal.
scenes.
Yeah, she's the one that's holding the camera. And so every now and then we're freezing in the back room or something, and she's going, "It feels so nice."
It feels good. Reminds me of home.
Indiana, San Diego,
That's all San
Hi,
Diego.
everyone.
My twin sister lives in San Diego.
Iowa,
Wow.
Would you mind
Jeez. Oh,
holding
yeah.
that sucker
South
for me?
Carolina.
Thank you,
Now
ma'am.
everybody's checking in.
Oh,
Yeah, tell us where you're from.
Shout out.
Florida.
Anyone from Oregon? That's where I'm from. Let's see here. All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Illinois,
Shut it
Alabama,
All right.
Alabama.
Alabama.
Texas.
Yay, I
We
was
might
born
have
in
one
Texas.
from every 50 state.
That's so
That'd be
cool.
cool. Yeah, that is cool.
Welcome, happy
Kansas.
Friday.
Yeah. Yep.
We're very excited that it's Friday
Yes, yes, for sure.
because we get to hang with you.
Yeah. Makes for a fun work day.
Now you notice I'm putting the Mod Podge a little on top, and that's okay because it dries clear. And this is matte Mod Podge. It's not high gloss or anything, so you're not going to see it too much when it's dry.
Yeah. Though, if you did want a glossy effect, you could get a
It would be,
glossy
yeah,
one.
it'd absolutely be very
Yeah.
cool.
And if you guys are curious about what materials she's using for this, she's making a mixed media wall art layout. And if you're curious about the exact brand, size, etc., all that information's in a blog post that we're going to post a link to that blog post above this video when we're done with the live video. So right now we're live, so we can't post that on there. But right afterwards, I'm going to run to my little computer and type away and share the link with you guys, and then you'll be able to access everything.
Someone asked where they can buy the scrapbook paper.
Scrapbook.com.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Get on.
Scrapbook.com.
I ordered mine this morning.
Yeah, Amy ordered this exact paper this morning.
Yeah, I love it. This is a graphic 45 paper, and it's so beautiful.
It is so beautiful. I'm going to let that dry, and in the meantime, I'm going to use some Nuvo embellishment mousse to kind of stain this frame here.
So what exactly does that do, the mousse?
Everything and anything. No.
It's magical.
You could use it with
magic
stencils. You can use it to stain things. You can,
Okay.
yeah, you can give anything texture with it. It's pretty amazing.
Did you use, is that what this is?
Yep, that's exactly
So
right.
I'll
That's
hold
how I
up
stained
her
that one.
sample that she made, and this is what it
Yeah.
looks like dry. She stained the wood, so same wooden piece there, and if you'd like to know where to buy that or how to buy that, just stick around, and there will be a link to show you the brand and price and all that if you want that, or if you just want to check it out. And yeah, that's.
And there's definitely better tools to use to apply this stuff. I'm just not very graceful with my crafting, so.
Usually she uses her fingers. So
I
this
do.
Is, this is
I know.
upscale for Andy.
This is as close to my fingers as I can get.
Well, we all craft and create in our own way.
She likes getting inky.
I do. Like an octopus.
Now, how long will that take to dry?
It dries fairly quickly, actually.
Yeah.
Could you get it with a heat gun?
Oh yeah,
if
you could
had to?
totally do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes for a quick.
Look how it soaks into the wood so pretty, though. I love it.
I have so many ideas now to make these for friends and family. 'Cause who doesn't want like just a little cute?
I know, a
thing
ready to
up? 'Cause
hang.
You can hang it at
Yeah.
work or at home.
You can just prop it up. You could even get a small easel and put it on the easel. And
Yeah, what a good idea.
Very fun. Very beautiful.
yeah, I love this kind of stuff so much. Mixed media can be so much fun.
And if you wanted to, you could even unbolt the clip, and then you could put it in like a frame with a bigger offset.
Oh, you totally
And you
could,
could
yeah.
frame it.
And this frame,
smart.
this actually comes with a larger wooden backing that you can
Oh.
do this same kind of thing but without the clipboard on.
Yeah.
So if you order this, which it'll be linked,
Yeah.
it's linked to our article, then you've got that comes with it and you don't have to get the clipboard if you choose to.
You probably mentioned this already. Is that Kaisercraft?
This?
This thing?
The frame.
Oh,
Is
the
that from?
frame?
It'll be linked
The
in the
clipboard,
thing.
yeah, the
Yeah.
clipboard's fancy pants.
Yeah, but that guy,
That
I
almost
forget
looks
now.
it's very
I
well
know
made.
many
though.
of these elements are. the wood ones. They do
Yeah,
such a
this
good
is
job.
What the copper paint was.
This is the Nouveau Embellishment Mousse from Tonic Studios.
And look at how pretty it is.
Yeah, it's very, very pretty. So many different
I
colors.
love the metallic. It's just subtle. It's not like in your face
No.
metallic. It's just very subtle.
And it's good for staining, wooden items, using templates, stencils, that sort of thing, adding just a little specks of mixed media to
Exactly.
your...
And it looks chunky, right?
Yeah.
And so it can be used to be chunky, but it also acts like paint.
Yeah, because you could scrape it on with a palette knife, for example, or you can blend it into your project. So it's really fun. It comes in other colors too. So you'll want to check out the blog post after we're done being live here. It'll be right above us and where I'm pointing, and you guys can click on it and you'll find this there too.
Okay. So now that this guy's had some ample time to dry, I'm going to kind of position where I think I want the frame to be.
Yeah.
Centered is pretty. I like off center. It's more interesting to the eye when the viewer's looking at it. It's not just this one focus. It kind of gives you this guide to look through the art piece. So I'm going to do something very similar like I did there, but because my picture is facing the opposite direction of Mickey,
Yeah.
if you noticed, I'm going to then place my frame on the other side.
Smart.
There we go. All right.
Smart, kind of.
Can you stamp on it after it dries? the
Absolutely.
mousse? Okay.
Yeah. It's very, very diverse.
Someone
Geez, it
also
dries
asked
fast.
if a little goes a long way, or you have to.
Oh
use a
yeah,
lot?
I used a tiny bit, and it just went through the whole thing. I barely even used
Yeah,
it.
she just patted it on the paper towel and just kind of smeared it in. And
Is it
just,
dry already?
Yeah,
Really?
pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
I would
I'd give
use
it a little
probably
time,
a
but-
stays-on ink maybe to stamp
Yeah,
on that.
yeah.
Something that's permanent because it's
a good
it's
idea.
not it may not sink into your project.
true,
So
yeah.
you might want something that will stay on top of it.
yeah, that's a really good idea, Amy.
Okay, so like I mentioned before, I used the back of this paper for
Oh, yeah.
behind that. So I'm just kind of placing where I think I'm going to want this to be. And like with scrapbooking layouts, when you layer them, they can look so pretty and so neat. I'm going to do the same thing for this, like I did for this. Just several different layers. I'm working back to front. So yeah, I think I want it there, so I'm going to Mod Podge that down.
And so you're using the Mod Podge as glue.
Yeah, and you could use adhesive.
Yeah.
You know, you could use anything. This is just, well, this is adhesive. I mean, like the tape runner or something,
Or
but
a glue
Yeah,
stick.
yeah.
or
glue
something
stick,
like
yeah.
that.
This is just something I've already got out and it's pretty quick. I don't have to worry about the sides being down because I'm going to glue the frame down afterwards. And then I'm going to position my other elements I have. I have some raw canvas here that I want to spray actually before I actually glue it down, but I just want to kind of position everything before I do anything. This is the same paper that's in the background of this. It's from the Hanami Garden collection from Kaisercraft. And it's so pretty. The foil, you can spray paint on it and just kind of wipe it away and it'll stain the paper in the background, but the gold foil will show through.
Fun.
Yeah.
Very pretty resist. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just gorgeous. That whole collection is absolutely beautiful. But I also thought it had this very vintage Hollywood feel to it too, so it just worked perfectly. So I'm going to add in some stuff there. You always want to plan things out. You don't want to get halfway through something and go, oh, I should have done that. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Piece it around.
And even though I'm very impulsive and just kind of go for it, you and I both are actually with our crafting. I think that'll work.
Cute.
Yeah.
I like
Alright.
that.
So, let me go ahead and spray this guy.
Did you put the canvas down with your Mod Podge as well? Really?
Absolutely. Yep, you can
It's thick
totally do
enough
that.
and-
Yep, Mod Podge is awesome.
Oh, darn.
So if you guys are just tuning in, this is Scrapbook.com, and we are doing a mixed media DIY wall art tutorial. Andy's doing it, and this is her sample, and she's making them on live for here, for you guys to see. If you want to know all the exact products that she used, where to get them, you want to stick around because we're going to have a link to a blog post above this video once we're done being live, and you can click in there and you can see everything that we're using for today. So she's currently painting this canvas piece to
Yeah, I don't want it to
adhere
be
to the.
truly perfect. I just want it to look
Oh yeah, kind of that vintage
exactly.
distressed kind of. look.
Robin asked if Mod Podge is flexible.
Yeah, it's actually very flexible. If it's dried on maybe a plastic surface though or something, it can break off and it can peel off.
I've used it. I've used the glossy Mod Podge on like cork board little squares, and I made coasters because if you
That's
cake
so
it on
cool.
enough, it'll make your item water resistant,
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
which is pretty cool. And it ends up being kind of bendy because it's just caked in in the Mod Podge. It's really fun. I'll have to bring in maybe I can do like a coaster DIY or something.
That'd be cute.
Or bring in like a bookmark. I've made bookmarks that way too because they slide in and out really easily when they're caked with the Mod Podge.
I love that word, caked.
Caked. I just love cake.
I
So
do too.
I try to use the word as often as possible. So what is that you're spraying on?
This is Heidi
Heidi
Swapp's Color Shine.
Ooh, pretty.
Yep,
I
in
think I liked
teal.
that too.
And the green I used is Dina Wakely's lime color in her acrylic paint. And I just watered it down a little bit because the canvas is so porous, it's not gessoed. So it's, you know, it's if you want it to flow a little better, just add a little water to it.
Ooh, I like the splatter.
That is
Yeah.
cool. That goes so well
Alright.
with the colors in the Graphic 45 Vintage Hollywood
Definitely.
Collection.
The green's a little intense, but I love it.
Oh,
It's your favorite color, so you kind of have to do it, right?
It's mine and Terry's favorite color. Yeah.
So if you're just tuning in or you've been sticking around, please don't forget to like this or do a little heart or a laughy face or however you're feeling. And you want to comment because we want to answer your questions and hear from you. Maybe tell us about your favorite part, where you're from even. We just kind of went over that, but that was fun.
That was
And
awesome,
also go ahead and share this with your friends. And if you think you have any friends who might want to see this tutorial, we are going to do a card tutorial later and a giveaway. So definitely share this around so your friends can check it out too.
And thank you to the ones that have already shared.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terry behind the scenes can see all
She
that.
sees all the details.
Yes. Yeah.
We just keep talking and hope that people are watching.
We hope. So you're using the heat gun now to
I
just
am.
dry the acrylic really quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I could let this dry and then just build the elements that I know I'm going to glue on top of it.
Yeah.
Glue them together.
It just quickens the
Yeah,
process.
Exactly. And acrylic paint dries very, very
Yeah,
fast. So
yeah.
if you want to just let it air dry for a little bit, or if you live in Arizona, just stick it out in the sun and it's done.
Right?
There you go.
Why do we even have dryers in Arizona? You know, for some parts of Arizona.
That's true.
Yeah. Just step outside. All right.
I'm so excited to see this.
Glad you want
Andy's like, so am I.
Oh, it's pretty.
to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way. Don't
That's the nice
accidentally
thing
touch
about
it.
using a mat is you can just kind of...
Definitely.
Protects your table.
And you can just get messy right on top of it. You don't have to worry about it.
I know you don't need to have palette paper or anything. It just works.
Yeah.
All right.
Very cool.
Okay. Oh, that's the paint one. No. Make sure you keep your brushes in the water while you're going. If it's got Mod Podge on it or paint or something, you don't want to ruin your brushes in one go. Acrylic paint, once it's dry, it's dry. It's on there. It's
not
plastic.
coming
It's
out.
acrylic, yeah. So you definitely want to make sure that your brushes stay as wet as possible until you're absolutely done with your project.
And with the Mod Podge too, like I keep, at my house, I keep separate brushes I only use for Mod Podge because it dries them out and they just don't hold acrylic like they
Yes.
used to.
Yes.
And so I have my 3 kind of Mod Podge brushes. And
I do too.
Yeah, it's the best way to do it.
It definitely is.
I always get it stuck at the very end so that it doesn't come out.
Oh,
like
yeah.
right up by the metal piece on your brush.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
it
just
rims
can't,
out.
It can't, no matter how much
Yeah.
you try,
Yeah,
you
when
can't
it's
get
when
it
it's
out.
wet, if you let it soak in the water, you can kind of like you're squeezing the end of a toothpaste.
Oh, really?
You can kind of push it out of the bristles a little bit, but yeah, it kind of just sits in there and builds up after time. So those brushes, you know, retire quicker than others. Brushes,
they
I
do.
mean, are like toothbrushes in the sense that they
Yeah.
do need replaced every
They
now and
absolutely
then.
do. Absolutely.
It's just something you consider when you purchase them.
If you notice, I'm just using a capful every now and then so that it doesn't start to crust and dry. You're using only what you need. You don't have to worry about dumping anything back in later. So I just let it
That's a
kind
good
of,
tip.
yeah, I shake it and then
That's a
just
great
use
tip.
it from the cap. I used to teach children between the ages of 5 and 18, and Mod Podge can get everywhere. So the more you limit how much Mod Podge is out, the better.
Like glitter.
Yeah, like glitter, exactly.
We can't even talk about this right now.
Yeah, not with Amy in the room anyway.
All right.
Makes me break out in hives. Just the thought of glitter, loose glitter.
Loose glitter.
My friend sent me over Christmas. She sent me a Christmas card that had like a sequin glitter bomb. You know, when you open it, it goes everywhere. Luckily, I opened it outside.
That's so
But
bad.
they're, yeah.
That-
I was like, oh! Like, I didn't know that they're, but it was beautiful.
I have one friend that likes to torment me with glitter. Every birthday has glitter bags that have stuff everywhere.
Glitter bags.
I mean, it's just, yeah. And then she laughs at me when I fuss.
Oh.
She's like, but this is what I love. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Oh gosh.
We all have our thing.
We do.
Glitter's so pretty, but it can be such a mess.
Yeah.
I like my glitter contained. Thank you very much.
Yes.
That's why I love all those glitter like alpha stickers like in the Magnolia Jane collection and the like glitter washies. Some of the glitter washies do
Those come on.
leave a trail.
Yeah.
But some of them are really, really good. Stay put.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, little suckers popping up.
Yeah.
Is that just a microfiber cloth that you're
Oh, it
drying
is,
off
yeah.
on? That's a good idea.
I got it from a waffle flower class at Creativation, and I've been reusing it ever since. It's
And you just
fantastic.
wash it when it gets yucky, or
Yep.
when it gets glue on it,
Yep.
it washes off nicely?
It's
Oh,
beautiful.
Microfiber.
Microfiber. I can kind of pull it out so everyone can see what I'm doing.
It's good to have that on hand.
Yeah.
I used to use paper towels, so I might have to try that.
Hey.
Eco-friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is.
There we go.
All right, and then let me sneak.
So Andy's putting some pictures on her mixed media wall art layout that she's creating. Here's the sample that we have. It's a great gift idea. We're showing you how to do that with Mod Podge and then a few other elements, how to embellish it and so on. If you want to see all of the items that we used today, you can click on the link it's not there yet, but it's going to be above this video when we're done. It's a blog link, and then it's going to show you everything we used, and you can click on it, check it out, learn more about it, that sort of thing, and also see everything that we talked about today on live. So when we get to the giveaway part or a little surprise we have for you, that's going to be in there too. So
That's
stick
super
around for
fun,
it.
yeah.
They're going to want to stick around for the surprise.
Yeah. Well, the surprise and the giveaway.
Exactly.
The giveaway isn't even the surprise.
That's right.
I'm just now Mod Podging the back of the frame to stick on.
Also, if you stick around till the end, we haven't done this before, but we're actually going to tell you when we have an upcoming live. So you'll be able to put that on your calendar if you want to tune in, or you can write it down or just remember to come back that day. But we have a fun live coming up, and I'll tell you when that is in a little while here.
Because we'd love to have you join us.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're getting
look
some
at
love,
that.
Andy.
Oh, am I? That's good.
That is
Getting the
beautiful.
love.
Just remember that the Mod Podge will dry clear, so it's okay if you start to see a little of that. Don't panic and stop holding it down, or because then you're just gonna have to reapply the glue. Just
Yeah.
let it be its
Let it
own
sit.
thing. Let it be a friend in your whole layout.
So how long does it take to dry? Is that
Not too
fairly
long.
quick?
I just want to make sure that it's sturdy and in place, and then I still have green acrylic paint on my fingers, so you'll see it in little pieces here.
Kind of
Whatever. Exactly. It's mixed media.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, and I
fine.
think with Mod Podge, with the bulkier items, I guess just like with liquid adhesive in general, like you kind of have to push it into it and force
Yeah.
it to.
For sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, so now it's time for the really fun part. It's embellishment.
Yay!
Yay.
Yeah. That's always like the sprinkles on the cake.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. When I'm making cards, like when I can bring out the little flowers and stuff,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
when I'm golden. So
Can I
that's my
just say,
happy.
this makes me so happy.
Look at all the
That is
gold.
gold.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's super
So
pretty.
Andy has her choices here in a cute little cupcake. I guess it's a muffin tin, but
It's
cupcakes
from,
are muffins who believed in themselves.
That's
I
right.
made that.
You did?
I made that.
What?
I did, because it went with everything we do. Isn't that cute?
Wait, what do you mean you made this tray?
I did. Well, I bought the tray and I made it gold.
That's
Oh,
so neat.
I imagine you like metalworking. Like, I'm like,
I know.
I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Ooh, so these are from
the Vintage Hollywood
okay,
collection.
from Graphic 45
yeah,
as well.
they're really sturdy
The
chipboard.
chipboard pieces?
Yeah, dies. Look how cute die cuts. They're so
I
cool.
love
Adhesive
this
on the
little-
back, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not.
They're
Oh
not.
no, they're not.
Okay.
No, they're not.
Look at that boxing more. How cute is that? Very superhero kind of vibe.
It is very superhero.
It's all about superheroes.
That's right.
And those are Prima flowers.
Prima
right?
flowers. Again, I'm just planning things out. If you want to add a little extra dimension, and you've got similar elements like the flowers here, just kind of put a larger one in the background and then get a double-sided sticky square and put it underneath it so it looks like it's popping
Oh,
out.
the 3D.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I did the same thing here and just add a little Prima flowers within it so it looks fuller. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
You make me one too.
can I
Okay,
do
you
mixed
can
media
show me
project?
how, right? You're showing
When I
me
grow
how
up.
I can make my
Yeah.
own.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Teach a man to fish.
That's right.
Or a woman to mix media.
A woman to mix media. See, I might do the double thing there with that. That would look really pretty. Yeah, it would. All right, I'm gonna start building as I go now. Let's see here. So many brushes. Okay.
And we also have, let's see, we have Prima flowers, 28 lilac lane, some buttons and doodads.
Yeah, my sandpaper I brought from home. I'll show you in a second why.
A little piece of sandpaper and these Kaisercraft wood elements.
Pretty.
Yeah, I love little
Wouldn't they
feathers.
be pretty with your? Well, she's probably gonna do that anyway.
What's that?
But with her.
Oh, you could
mousse.
stain them. You could stain them with the Nouveau mousse.
Oh, you totally could.
Yeah.
That would be really pretty.
Absolutely.
Or paint them with acrylic, or
Yeah.
ink them with stamping ink.
Yeah.
The great thing about this project is I feel like you can use any embellishments you already have laying around. Like it's so much fun to mix and match.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That you can grab some new ones, use existing ones.
Because let's face it, we all have a stash of stuff that probably is screaming to get out of the box.
But it's so pretty to look at.
I know. I can relate.
Okay.
Cute.
So I might add a little flowers while I'm at it with the Mod Podge before I get the stickies out.
Do you need the stickies? Do you have those?
Oh, I have them. Thanks,
Okay,
Amy.
good.
Let's see.
So for everyone tuning in, we're making this mixed media wall art, or you can frame it with the clip off. There's all sorts of ways to use it, and you can. It makes a really good gift idea. I think I might be stealing Andy's ideas, and maybe you'll get.
I took a little bit of inspiration from Tim Holtz. We all learn from each other.
We all take inspiration from Tim Holtz.
Yeah, we all do. At the end of the day, that's what we do.
For
Incredible.
Christmas, you might end up getting one of these.
Oh,
from-
thank you. I'll be on the lookout.
But yeah, we're working on this tutorial. We have another tutorial soon for you from Amy, and that one's for card makers out there. So stick around if you're a card maker. And then we also are going to be sharing some Scrapbook.com employee favorites here soon. So when you go to a bookstore and you see the Powell's bookstore in Oregon is pretty famous for this, and I'm sure others too. But you'll see like a book that's open and be like, employee Bob recommends this book.
Employee Bob.
Employee Bob.
Bob's also the employee of the month.
Employee Bob really loves this book. And we're kind of doing the same thing here. Like we're showing you our favorite new releases, favorite collections, so on and so forth. And so after Andy's really amazing tutorial, we'll share some of those with you. Not
So
share you.
there's a question.
Yeah.
What do you mean by mixed media? So
Oh,
I think
it's
it's a good
just
thing to explain.
yeah. That's such a fun way or just to think about what mixed media is. It's you're just combining all different kinds of mediums.
And mediums
products.
refer to paints.
Yeah, paints.
Different types of paints, different types of materials like the mousse, the Nouveau mousse.
Yes.
The
Stencils,
sprays.
stamps can be used in
So
mixed
it's
media.
pretty much like a combination of any materials you want. That's what mixed media refers to. And so say you're painting too. If I make a painting with watercolor, acrylic, and pastels, that's a mixed media or multimedia. You can call it painting.
Definitely.
And so we're just
Basically,
mixing
there are no
everything.
rules.
Yeah,
From
that's
what I
why we
can
love
understand,
mixed media.
Exactly.
There are no rules. That's kind of what I
You
gathered out of
use
it.
everything you have.
And let's face it, we all have it.
It's like making a quiche. You just throw in everything you have,
making a quiche.
and it's delicious.
Every now and then, Sarah sounds like someone in the 1930s.
You're just making a quiche.
You're just making a quiche.
And it never turns out the same twice.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. And it's one of those things where there's usually so much going on in it that if you make a mistake, it looks intentional.
This is very
And I kind
true.
of love that.
Very true.
If you look really closely, every time I look at it, I see more things that I didn't see the last time. I mean, look at the stenciled. Is this the Nouveau paste?
It's a Ranger ink texture paste.
Texture paste, and then is it gold or did you?
I
color it?
painted gold
You
on
painted
top.
it.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a little bit on this one too, just so you can see it.
I mean,
Just
every
a tiny
time
bit.
I check it out, it's just even more intricate than the last.
A good way to also describe mixed media is just different layers, and that can mean so many different ways with it. But
So what is the graphic 45 line that the paper
On
collection
the
is?
one that she's currently working on, this is Vintage Hollywood. It's a throwback to Vintage Hollywood silent films, really beautiful like makeup elements and old movie posters. The one that she did in her sample is a different collection. This is the Kaisercraft Hanami Garden, and she'll be talking a little bit more about Hanami Garden later. But this one is kind of has a cherry blossom influence and Eastern Asian influence, and then this one here has that kind of old Hollywood influence. So both really beautiful collections, and they kind of go together in many ways, just because of they both look kind of vintage and have some elements of kind of old-timey flowers and stuff like that. This is pretty fun. So I like this too, because you can just really add to your heart's content.
Yes, you can. And I can keep going. I'm going to just stop
That's
for
the
now.
problem.
That's my problem. I never know when to stop.
So yeah, these are the little scrapbook adhesives, little foam sticker guys that she's using to pop them up.
So, let me get some texture paste out.
I'm going to introduce Andy to something that I don't know if she's learned. This is, oh wait, opaque. What is that? This is the multimedia matte adhesive, and it is phenomenal for buttons. And
Oh,
it
really?
dries quickly. Any of the heavy
from
stuff.
Ranger, huh?
It's a Ranger
Very
product.
nice.
This is like my go-to glue.
That's awesome.
So if you find that the Mod Podge doesn't work as well as you would like it, or it doesn't dry fast, this stuff is like glue, like super bonding, really fast, amazing glue. So
Get out of
I will
here.
show
Get
that
out
to you
of
next
Get out of
time.
here.
This is my go-to. Where yours is Mod Podge, this is my
Yeah.
Mod Podge.
Mod Podge, yes. I used to say Mod Podge. I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, Mod.
I don't think
It
people at
rolls off
Mod
the
Podge
tongue.
mind. They're just like, hey, just use our product. All right.
Uh-oh. We always
I
get
know.
nervous whenever you get out the spatula or the
Spatula.
The palette
spatula.
knife.
Normally I would
palette
take...
knife. Yeah. It's like everyone takes cover when Andy gets out the palette.
I know, I'm sorry.
The art
I
spatula.
think it's flung. Normally I would tape the stencil down with washi tape or something, but I've got a finger holding it here of sorts, finger. And then I'm going to put my finger somewhere else as I'm doing this, so.
And what stencil was this?
This is Clear Scraps, I think it's lace doily. It's one of my absolute favorites. I use it all the time. It's right here. This I didn't use texture paste with, I just painted it with gold.
And just as a cool trivia question for you to impress your crafty friends, Clear Scraps calls their templates and stencils masquilles, which they might pronounce it mascles, but that's the French word for stencil.
Oh, that's
Masquille.
cool.
Yeah.
So when you're applying texture paste, it can be as thick or as thin as you want.
And what is the goal of texture paste? Like, what does it do in the end?
To create dimension.
It creates dimension. Okay. So that area will bump up then.
Exactly. Yep. And you kind of want to work fairly quickly with it. You don't want to let the texture paste dry while your stencil's down. Make sure you take your stencil off, wipe your stencil off.
Okay.
That's as far as I want to go with that.
Ooh, see?
Ooh.
Just wanna, like,
Pretty.
Now, could you have added ink or paint
and, like,
to it
dyed
ahead of time?
Absolutely.
And mixed it in a pool and
You sure could.
Turn it into
100%.
Here,
That's why it's white.
Okay.
So, yep, it's perfect.
Can you show the texture paste again?
Absolutely. Do you want me to Vanna White it?
Yes.
With my messy
And
fingers?
there's the,
if you don't have messy fingers and are doing mixed media, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
you know what it ends up looking like to me? It looks like icing on cookies.
It
Which is,
does.
like,
It
what
really
everything
does.
looks like.
Sarah, are you hungry?
I'm always hungry, Amy. For cookies. I'm like a cookie monster.
The Cookie Monster.
Cookie monster.
Can you color over the paste after?
Absolutely,
With
that's
ink.
what I'm gonna do.
I would
With
wait-
ink, yeah, you totally could. You could get like distress ink, you could get the distress oxides, and just kind of rub it on there. Once it's dried, it's pretty hard. It's like cement. So if it's moving around, I'm sorry, but yeah, it shouldn't.
But it shouldn't.
It shouldn't be.
Can you hit it with a heat gun to dry it?
Totally could. That's what I'm about to
Because
do.
you want it to be dry before
you paint on it,
before you
yeah.
paint
Or
it.
else it's just your
It's gonna
entire,
mush.
yeah, your
And
entire,
it'll smear out.
yeah.
Okay.
The whole pattern's gonna just be gone.
That is not the goal of this project.
No.
No, we want the pattern to stay.
Exactly. So if you noticed, I chose paint colors that tie in colors from the background. I know the green was very, very bright, but
toned
it
down.
still brings it up, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it really makes the yellows and greens kind of correlate
Exactly.
to your photos.
Exactly. And if you look here, there's a frame that's kind of an intense lime green, and so it works. And don't worry about these little edges here that hang off from your paper. I'm going to show you how to get rid of those. That's what the sandpaper's for.
Ah,
Another thing I learned from Tim Holtz. Yeah, Tim Holtz.
So don't forget to like, comment, share. We want to hear what you think. What do you think about the tutorial? Is this something you'd be interested in doing? Have you done something like this before? If you have, I'd love to see a photo. You can share the photo in
Absolutely.
the comments and
Upload it to the gallery.
upload it to Scrapbook.com gallery, which will be in the blog post after we're done with the live video. So just above our cute little heads, there'll be a link to the blog post. You can click in there and see everything we did today, photos of it, links to all the product pages or more information on them, all that sort of stuff. So stick around with us. And also, we still have the special surprise and the giveaway and a card tutorial.
So there's a question, do you clean the stencil after with just a wet cloth?
Yeah, you can definitely do that. You can always clean it later with some grease fighting like soap, like a Dawn liquid, and it works very well.
Okay.
Yeah, so as soon as I'm done with this, I will be going to clean it so that it doesn't dry completely on my...
Do you want me to wipe it off?
Sure, if you don't mind.
Yeah. A little baby wipe.
I've also
or
seen
baby
people
wipe.
have a tray of just water and they just put
Yep.
it in water and
Oh, and let it
Let it
soak.
soak,
do it
exactly
at
like
the
we
end
were
of your
talking about the
project and it
brushes.
doesn't ruin
Yeah.
your stencil.
That's
That's
perfect.
really
It's like,
smart.
yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, so if you don't have multiple hands like we have going on here,
I know we do. We're a whole system here at Scrapbook.com.
yeah, then you can just let them soak like Amy said. That's a great idea.
I'm always afraid I'm going to tear my stencil if
I
I'm
know.
too...
Luckily, I think
They're pretty durable.
Yeah, the clear scraps ones for sure, like this one, are really durable. And
Okay, this could go on for a while, but I'll stop midway so you can see the
Yeah.
difference.
maybe hold it up too and show them the sheen.
Okay.
So what was that again? That's acrylic.
This is an acrylic paint by Finnabair. It's metallic, so it will show metallic.
So that's Prima products, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look how beautiful.
Pretty.
So see, it adds dimension, but it's still tying in colors from the background. So it's not in your face texture, but it's right there.
There's a question, what can you do with the clip? Or do to the clip?
Oh, you can.
So we see here that
Yeah,
you've done
that
something to
I
your
brushed
clip.
some of my acrylic paint gold on there, and you can definitely do it here too. I can actually do a little bit of
Pretty.
it. Let's see.
I guess if you really liked to fussy cut and measure, you could cut out paper to put on
You
that
totally
too, like a
could.
couple flowers or something.
I've actually painted mine with acrylic paint.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
exactly
that's
what
she did with that
Mhm,
one.
Exactly.
That's such a good idea.
And that way, then you're also getting rid of this silver if you don't want it.
Well,
And-
it ties it all in too if you're going more with gold, less with silver. or something
Exactly.
like- Or if you like that copper rose thing. I'm like obsessed with the
The
rose
one thing
gold.
I like about the clipboard is that on the back, some clipboards you're stuck with the clip.
Yep.
This has screws on the back, so you can remove the clip totally. Work
Before
on
you do the entire project.
You can
and
work
yep.
on the total clipboard flat, and then just add your clip back on and screw the clip back
Smart.
in.
Exactly.
There's
yep.
not many that will do that, so I'm really impressed.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, it comes also with silver ones, so that if you don't want that bronzy, goldish one, then
The screws.
Mhm.
Oh,
yep,
and
back
these
right
are the
here.
fancy pants.
Yep.
Clipboards. Yeah, and
That
we
one
have
there.
the links to these in the article. That will
Oh,
be,
look at that!
That will be above us.
So it comes with this color, but you can trade it for this.
Exactly. Yep.
Nice.
Isn't that beautiful?
Highly customizable. I
Highly
like that.
customizable.
Everyone's loving this.
Oh, good.
They
Yeah.
love the
Thanks, guys.
layers and the idea.
Thanks,
We're
because
so
it's
glad
so much
you're
more
here.
easier than you'd think, right? I mean, mixed media can
Yeah.
be super intimidating. You don't know where to begin, what the base should be, how to build it.
What
But
pieces
yeah, you
use.
just break it down very simple and you got it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Thanks.
That's pretty much it. I could continue adding embellishment after embellishment. Like I wanted to add some ideology stickers to here. There's some funny ones in here. I thought it'd be kind of cool along the side because we always have a great time, Annette and I do. So, I mean, I could just go on and on.
Oh,
Which
geez.
is the fun with
Yeah,
mixed
Exactly,
it's fun.
exactly.
Yeah.
And only you know the point when to stop. It's your project.
When you can't see any pictures, just flowers.
When it's
I'm
all
like,
gone,
why
like
don't I
embellishments everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
so much.
There's just one final thing. Oh, a couple
Yeah.
things I want to show you for the edging.
sure.
Oh
yeah,
this
go ahead.
is a distress oxide. This is walnut stain.
I like that one.
And then the sandpaper as well. So to get rid of these corners, again, I learned this from Tim Holtz. Look at that.
That's easy.
Completely gone.
The other thing that does is if you go, it'll distress all of your edges.
That's true.
And when you put your glue on the back, it will seal, it'll do a better job of sealing the edges so that you don't have any bubbles.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you're working with stuff like that, it has a little bit of, like it waffles a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
So
That's a good point. I
it
didn't
just kind
think
of
that.
scuffs up the edges. It gives it a little bit of a vintage, look.
Exactly.
And then it seals the edge, especially back in the day. I won't tell you how long ago the day was.
Back in the day, there's a
we
comedian I
used-
love. He goes, "Which was a Wednesday, by the way."
We used glue sticks.
Yeah.
And
nice.
that's how you would get the glue
Okay.
to adhere to
Yeah.
the thing. You would sand the edges, and it would adhere really well.
This adds so much.
Yeah.
So you're using, I think that's a blending tool.
It's a blending tool by Ranger Ink.
Okay.
You can use these with distress oxides, distress inks.
You're
with
creating
many different things.
little vignette around that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that blending tool in particular because you can buy the pads that
Yep.
are disposable.
They're
and or
replaceable.
interchangeable.
They
Yeah,
look like
so
this.
you can use different colors without having to go and clean your blending tool
Exactly.
in between every single use, and I love that.
And you could even use it on this texture.
Look
like
at
this,
how
see?
cool that is.
Ooh, fun.
Mm-hmm. So if I just wanted it to look like it's fading into that metallic orange, then I could.
Nice. What I do with my blending pads, because
Yeah.
I tend to keep one for each pad, you can put a little piece of Velcro on the bottom of your ink pad and put this on. When you're done with it, you don't have to throw them away, because sometimes
Yeah.
the colors look very similar, and you don't want to
You can have your purple
cross-contaminate
one,
your ink pads, you know?
That's
Exactly.
really good advice.
So we'll have this image up on the website, right?
Yes.
So people
Yep.
can see the
Definitely.
detail.
Yep,
Definitely.
Yep, we'll do some
Yep.
close-up photos, stuff like that. You have to wait a little bit for me to get the photos up, but the article will be up right away. So you'll at least be able to see the supplies we used right away, but because she just made this now, I can get photo shoot happy.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
thank you, Andy. That's
Yeah,
so pretty.
So pretty. Thanks for teaching us your wicked ways. Sister
I
ways.
know. Now I just want to go.
Absolutely.
I just want to be at home doing this. Everyone knows what I'll be doing this weekend: eating cake and making this. So, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everyone who's been here, sticking around. We're so happy that you're here, and we're loving chatting with you. So please keep talking. We love it, and answering your questions, stuff like that. So that was just a mixed media tutorial that Andy showed us, and we have more tutorials, giveaways, a surprise for you, for Facebook people, for you guys. So stick around. Now, Amy's going to show us some Scrapbook.com employee favorites. So some people that work here at Scrapbook.com in Arizona have chosen their favorite new collection, their favorite new item, tools, so on. Amy's going to show us a few. I'll show you a few. Andy will show you her favorite. And we'll do that next. And then after that, we're going to tell you about a couple giveaways that we're doing and move into the card tutorial. So we're just going to keep the flow going. Please like, comment, share, pass this around, and stick around for all the information. It'll be above our heads when this video has ended.
So this is the first set of projects that were created from our merchandising and purchasing department. We call them Shidra because they are the purchasing power couple.
Which was an accident.
Which was a total accident. So Shelly she's new to stamping, and we are teaching her with every month that goes by. She dips her creative skills in a little bit more, and so she wanted birthday cards. So she chose the die from Kaiser, which is the balloon die, the decorative die, and the honeybee stamps that say happy birthday, happy anniversary. The one thing I like about honeybee stamps is that it's so versatile. If you buy one stamp set, you can make all kinds of sayings for whatever purpose. So it's very versatile. It never goes out of style. So that was Shelly's pick of the week. And then Deidre's choice was more honeybee stamps with the different sayings, and loving all of the different things you can do. You can say pray or prayer or prayers or praying, depending on how you add to the stamp. And then thank you, for you, thoughts and prayers, sending you prayers, you're the answer to my prayers, that sort of thing. Love that a lot. And so does Deidre. Thanks, thankful, thank you, just really thanking you.
That is a
Thankful.
packed stamp set.
It is. It's huge, and there's
There's
so
a
many
ton
things.
on there.
I mean, you could use this for 5 years and not use all of the different things that you could create with it. So I want to show you a little bit about what Deidre has done with it. This is one of the other things Deidre likes was the Concord and Ninth Hello Lovely stamp set. And she is huge into Bible journaling, and she is so amazing. When I grow up, I want to be creative like Deidre. So this stamp is what she used here.
Isn't that pretty?
And she used it in 2 spots, and just absolutely phenomenal. And she watercolored in the edges. Isn't that gorgeous? So cool. And she did this while we were sitting there playing with some of the other things that we had on the table. And then I want to show you the other. Go ahead.
In the article, that's going to be above our heads that I keep talking about when we're done filming.
The infamous article.
The infamous article of Oz. It's gonna be above, and I have a link to Deidre's Scrapbook.com gallery, so you can see all of her pictures of her planners and her Bible journals and all the stamping she does. It is phenomenal. If you
She's a rock
need
star.
some inspiration or a little bit, some ideas because you don't know where to start or what it should look like or what you want it to look like, you'll be blown away. You'll be blown away.
So let me turn the page. Here's where she used some of the honeybee stamps. Thankful. There's another set that's, you could do blessed or blessings.
It is gorgeous.
So the stamps, she used some deep red rubber stamps, the English rose and the orange branch. This one is actually the English rose. And then she, if you can see the glitter, she used the Nouveau glitter glimmer paste. You know me and glitter, so this is not one of the products. The nice thing about this is it's contained in the adhesive, in the glue. So it doesn't get everywhere. You can apply it with a brush, you can apply it with your finger, but it just adds a beautiful sheen of glitter over the top. There's watercolors on here and so forth.
That is so
Very beautiful.
I love the colors. So well coordinated.
Washi tape, Illustrated Faith washi
I
tape.
didn't even see that until you pointed. That's
I know
so
there's so much. The
cool.
more you look, the more you go, oh, look at that.
Yeah. Again, this would be a good example of a mixed media.
Mixed
project.
media. Mhm.
Yeah,
In a Bible.
because you're
Media
combining
Bible
all
journal.
kinds of different things.
So also some of the Illustrated Faith, these are enamel hearts. They have enamel crosses and geometric shapes. So beautiful. A little bit of shine, makes it, just kind of ties it all together and looks absolutely beautiful. So that was Deidre and Shelley's
Favorite items.
picks.
The Concord 9, Deep Red, Honeybee Stamps, and you'll be able to see all these again in the Wizard of Oz article, the magical article that is behind the curtains, but will be posted soon.
There you go.
There was a question about the glitter.
Yeah,
The
Glimmer,
Nouveau Glimmer Paste.
the glimmer paste. And if the glitter stays put,
It does,
Or-
absolutely. Look, you know me. I have to do the glitter test. It passes the Amy glitter
No,
test.
it's awesome, and you can cake it on there. Again, the word cake for some reason, but you
She's
can
hungry. Ignore her.
You can pile it up, and it becomes very opaque. It's really pretty, and you get a lot of texture with it. Or just have it as kind of a transparent, just glimmer effect. Like, good for mermaids and stuff too.
For sure. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yeah.
So I'm going to continue showing you some favorites. I want to show you guys my favorite. I am brand new to stamping, and well, I mean, I did like a little bit, but I'm brand new to actually like trying to be good at it. And I had no idea how to stamp, how acrylic stamps worked. Are they different than red stamps? What's a block? Like, I'm really coming from below 101 here.
You and I both did.
Yeah, yeah.
Scrapbook.com,
And I love all the designs. This is the Pink Fresh Party Animal set. And you have, look at that little mouse with the hats. You get fun phrase like fun, 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 yippee. And I love this because it's good for like baby shower invitations, birthday parties, in your planner because they're nice and small. So it's just, you have a lot of options with them. So the one thing about stamping that I wanted to share is in the article, there's going to be a link to another article, and it's where we have compiled all the top stamping questions and answers, so just the most searched questions, and we've provided in-depth answers to them. So if you literally know nothing about stamping, or if you know a lot and think there might be more to learn, check it out there, because we've even talked about like new tools, stamping presses, how they work, all that, and so that link will be there as well. And after reading all of that, I feel a lot more comfortable with stamping, whereas before I like didn't even know how to peel it off the plastic, or if you were supposed to. Like, I literally knew nothing. So that's a great tool to utilize if you want to learn more about stamping. A couple other ones that I want to share. First, I'll let Andy talk about her favorite collection.
So I'd already brought this up before. This is the Hanami Garden collection by Kaisercraft. Oh, excuse me. So instead of showing you the entire collection, I thought of just, this was a good way to show how you can use it. There's some ephemeras in here that are really, really cute. Most of this is from the collection, apart from like the big flower, the little flowers, the things we saw earlier.
Are these from it?
They're from it. They're so pretty. So there's cherry blossoms with a red background. There's pink cherry blossoms. This is a separate woodcut piece that you can buy from Kaisercraft, but this is in the collection.
Beautiful.
This paper is just absolutely gorgeous. And this one, the same one I used in the Vintage Hollywood demo, this is from the Hanami Garden collection. So, I mean, what perfect way to welcome spring than with Japanese cherry blossoms. I think it's just beautiful. Absolutely, the cranes.
Is this double-sided? Yeah, so you get some
all their
really
papers
fun
are double-sided
motifs
in
here.
that. Yep. It's so, so pretty.
I love that.
There's just so many different uses for this collection. You know,
Yeah.
like Mickey didn't have to be Japanese to be beautiful in this whole thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that works perfectly. I love that. So one more favorite that I want to show you guys is Laura. She is on the marketing team, and her favorite collection is the On a Whim from Amy Tangerine. This is her favorite paper from the collection, so I decided to show it. And I just think it's hilarious, and it has a lot of really trending items right now. Donuts, popsicles, swans, flamingos,
Pineapples for sure,
pineapples, yeah, all the tacos are like trending somehow. I don't.
Trending tacos.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Tacos
bacon.
are always good.
Bacon
always
trended
good.
for years. Like, was a mainstream fashion element. And
Before
so
Taco
tacos
Tuesday,
are
they were
there.
just
There was bacon.
We talk about food a lot. Can you tell? We're
It's
slightly
also early.
hungry.
It's before lunch, so we're.
But anyway, enough with the food for me, though that says hangry, so
Yes.
what are you gonna do? But this is just a really fun paper. You'll want to check it out. We've linked to the entire collection in this article that will be above us when we're done. And you can check out the Amy Tangerine On a Whim collection, which is Laura from marketing, her favorite. And it's double-sided, this paper, too. But there's all sorts of different stickers. Also, there's these little embellishments that I've never seen someone do it before. They look like little inflatables, like cool.
They're puffy. Yeah, like the puffy thickers kind of thing.
Yeah, but they're not
exactly.
stickers. They're just these elements. You'll see
It's
them in the
almost like
article.
the
They're
squishy
really cool.
tags you see on purses and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
they look like
they're
little
so fun.
inflatable
Yeah.
pool.
I'm sure there's
pillows.
a much better name for it, but I'm like squishy tag.
It's the squishy
They're the
things.
squishy one.
Yeah, the squishy ones. And so those are just some favorites we want to share with you. On the article, you can see like a little quote from everybody about how to use the product that they like and why it's their favorite, which that's really fun,
Yeah.
I think. And we all kind of wrote a little blurb about that. But now we're going to share a couple big giveaways that we have going on throughout the Scrapbook.com site. And then later on, we're going to share during the card tutorial after, we'll share a small giveaway we have for you guys watching now. And I want to share with you, before Andy does that, our little surprise that we have for you guys. And that is this, which you guys are like, what is that? Why is this
Why
for
is
us?
this important?
This says FB friend. So Facebook friend. If you go on to scrapbooks.com from right now, literally right now, until Sunday, 11:59 PST at night, so you have all day today, Saturday and Sunday. And if you type this in your cart, when you check out and you buy something at scrapbook.com, this is a coupon code and you'll get 10% off your purchase. So this is for you guys. We love you. Thank you for tuning in. We wanted to give you a little treat. And this is it, Facebook friend. So this coupon code is in the article that will be above us. So you'll want to go and check out, make sure you have the right spelling and everything, and that'll be in there. So when we're done, go back to there and you can snag your free code that's good all weekend. So you can snag up your favorite thing you saw here or your own to make your own mixed media stuff, make your own card, what have you. So Facebook friend, thanks for being our friend. We want more friends. So now we'll share like some big site-wide kind of giveaways we have.
Yeah, ongoing giveaways. We have two big ones that are going on right now, and one is completely all year long. So you've got a year to enter, and if you enter today or in December, you're in it. So we'll
You're in it to
forget-
win it.
You're in it to win it, exactly. And that's the $1,000 Tim Holtz Treasure Trove giveaway, and that is one lucky winner is going to receive an amazing prize bundle of mixed media stuff. There's a Vagabond die cutting and embossing machine in there from Sizzix and Tim Holtz. There's the mini snips, which everyone loves. I love the mini snips. Who wouldn't love them? Yeah. There's a lot of distress inks in there. No distress oxides, but a lot of distress materials, including distress crayons. It's just super fun. And then there's also our $2,500 year supply of paper giveaway. And 5 lucky grand prize winners, if they enter by June 30th, you have a chance at winning 47 packs of paper each.
It's massive.
It's insane. Yeah.
We had to mostly Andy, but I'll think myself as well. We had to move them all and do some photos and stuff, and they were just massive. They took up our whole space in here, and there's papers ranging from doodlebug papers to American crafts to just basic cardstock papers, all
Beautiful
the way to
stuff,
ones with foil accents, and for every holiday too.
Yeah,
Andy
there's-
picked them out
yeah.
for you, and her taste is amazing.
No, thank you.
And then, no, seriously, it will last you the year.
Yes. I made sure that there's a little bit of everything that you might need throughout the year, even celebrating the welcome, news of a baby, that kind of thing. It's fantastic. So that one ends June 30th, so please be sure to enter. So that's 5 lucky winners are going to receive 47 packs of paper each. The Tim Holtz Treasure Trove giveaway ends December 31st of this year.
So you have all year.
And that's 1 lucky winner. But
Yeah, and we've, in the article that's coming above us, when the video's over, we have how to enter. So you'll just click on a little button, it'll take you through it. Super easy, super fast, and then you're entered and you can win.
Yep.
Which is really cool.
There's also, we mentioned this before, but there's also the 2017 Year of the Big Shot giveaway. That's still going, and that will be going all year long.
Yeah.
So
You can win a big shot.
you can win a big shot.
Yep.
Yeah. Every time Sarah says above us, I want to go.
You're like, where? Like, it's the Oz article.
I had to control my neck from doing it.
Alrighty, well thank you. Those are some of our fun giveaways. So now Amy's going to do a card tutorial. She is our card master here.
Yes, she is.
And if you want to learn how to do cards quickly and efficiently and do them almost assembly line like, Amy really has some awesome tips for you. And she has a little special giveaway treat.
Thanks, Sarah.
Yep, take
I
it
do.
away.
I have. This is my favorite. So when I build cards, I try to build cards that are generic, so that the base is, can be anything, and you can always add something to it. A happy birthday, a thinking of you, a sympathy saying. So I try to build cards that are very versatile.
It's very
And
smart, Amy.
Because
so smart.
how many times do you need a card?
Yeah.
You're like,
And when you make one, you mass produce them, so you
Right.
can just pull them out when
so
you need
I'm going to
them.
show you the trick to getting things done in large quantities, quickly, easily, so that it's not stressful. Well, hopefully it's not stressful. And I chose Sunny Studio Stamps, and I like the whole layering of dies and stamps. So they look intimidating, but I'm going to take the intimidation away today. And there are two that I just absolutely love, and this one are the daffodils. And I was going to work with the daffodils on camera, but when I started putting it together, the yellows you couldn't see as well as you could a bright color. So as much as I love the daffodils, I'll show you something you can see the differences in the colors a little bit more. So we're going to make today this one with the tulips.
That's so pretty.
I'm going to enlist Andy's help with a little bit of watercoloring along the way. So, but the nice thing about it is it comes with the stamps. It comes with, you can also get the dies that are matching to cut them out after you're done. I love the jar. And I only used 2 of the jar stamps, the waterline and the open jar, but there's a solid jar as well as a lid and then the detail to the lid.
Oh,
so if you wanted to die cut it in like silver and then stamp just the detail over it, that would make it look very real.
I'm glad you
little
noticed.
mason jar,
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that too, because I didn't notice that when I first looked, that it was actually separate pieces. Yeah, that's cool.
And then it also has the die that matches with an extra thanks die to go with it.
Very cute.
And the one we're making today, and everyone has multiple steps, and I will show you how to do that. But this one is the tulip, and it comes with the die, and then we'll also use the jar and the die there. Now I'm not going to do a ton of die cutting on camera because we've done that before. I want to show you how to work the color layering. And before I get started, 2 lucky winners, when Sarah's going to make that happen for you. Sunny Studio Stamps was so nice to us, and they gave us 2 sets. So 2 people are going to win complete sets. One will win the daffodils, and one will win all of these. As I'm like trashing the set here.
It's fine.
At least
It's
there's no
fine.
paint
It's fine.
everywhere.
And one will win the tulips.
So you'll win the stamp, the flower stamp, the die for it, the jar, and the die for that. So you'll win the coordinating sets here. So one person gets daffodils, one person gets tulips. Now in order to win those, you have to do a few things. So what you need to do is you need to comment on this video. Tell us your favorite part. We'd love to hear that. Tell us, show us a picture of something you made, whatever you want, as long as you're commenting. You also need to share it. So go ahead and share the video now to make sure you get that out of the way. Give us a comment, and you'll be good to go for there. You also need to like our Facebook page. So this video, if you're on our Facebook page now, up on the top, let's see, looking at it, left-hand corner, there's a little like button there. So you want to click on like, and that just shows that you like Scrapbook.com, and we like you. And then the last thing you want to do is this magical article I keep talking about. When it's finally up there, after the video's done, stick around. You want to go in that article at the blog post and check the blog out, and then leave a comment at the end of that blog post and tell us, again, your favorite part if you want. You can tell us if you prefer tulips or daffodils. I mean, no guarantee there, but if you, it's because it depends. It's a random drawing. But, you know, if we get a random drawing of a daffodil, someone who said daffodil, someone who said tulip, you know, then you get
You might get what
you
you
might
want.
get what you want there. So you may as well just leave that in.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, just in case. So those steps, I know it's quite a few things. So in that article, I'm going to have the steps listed again. They'll be right there with the coupon code that you guys are getting. So you'll see all of that, and it's going to be really clear and not me just like jibber jabbering all my words around. So you'll see that soon. But anyways, we'll continue with the awesome tutorial here and take a look at the stamps because you might win them. And also, Amy, I've linked this printout to the article. So you can
Awesome.
share that with them as well.
So the nice thing, one of the other products I have really enjoyed working with in the last couple weeks are the Prima Color Philosophy ink pads. And that's what we're going to use today. A couple things to introduce you to is they're magnetic. So they magnet together. So if you're taking them somewhere, the lid has a magnet on it, it snaps together, you can lay it down. The one thing you have to be careful of is if you have dies on your table, yeah, and you can't find them,
It helps pick
I've
them up.
learned. It helps pick them up, but you're panicking, going, oh my
And
gosh,
you're
what
holding
have I
them in
done?
your hand.
And I'm holding them in my hand. So note to self, there are magnets, and they do collect your dies. So,
And my favorite thing about the philosophy ones are the labels.
and the labels on the
You
front.
can see the colors.
Look how
and they're
cool.
stacked.
Think of all the space you're going to save in your craft space.
I know.
And you can
You
find
stack
them all in one.
They don't have to be, stacking each other on a carousel or anything. They're just there.
And you can see what the colors are without having to take them all
Exactly.
apart and
Yeah.
look for
Fantastic.
you misplaced your yellow line. Or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and they come in beautiful complementing colors. So that for this particular technique, they color layer on top of each other really well.
Yeah.
So we are going to start with stamping the jar. So I'm going to use, this is the first time I've used the 12-inch Misti, and it is big. But
It is the
let me
powerhouse.
tell you, it was so easy to use and so easy to do this particular series of stamping. So let us see where we got the black. See what I mean? They like collect.
They love dyes. They want some for their own.
So this color is Mermaid Hair, which is a beautiful kind of tealy green color.
My hair was that color.
Could be.
It could be.
We
You're
could
right.
we could make that happen.
We'll make it happen. It was pink.
So the nice thing about this is you don't want it super dark because you kind of want the translucent effect. And the other side, I've got the water line. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm also going to stamp the water line at the same time. So just kind of go over the top of it. And I'm not using my Misti for this because I've got it all set up for something else. So basically, you're going to go ahead and use the two pieces, and I like to do my stems. So I do kind of multiple stamping. I stamp it the first time in the darkest color, and then I off stamp. So the lighter versions are just stamping it 2 or 3 times. So you can get the plain stems like this, or you can kind of be a little more creative, and I just took my paintbrush and added leaves down in the water because it looked kind of plain. So a couple things that I learned along the way. And let's get this is the green called Enchanted Woods.
I love the names.
I know, they're so fun.
Yeah.
And I don't overthink this. I just kind of go at it. So I know that I want some that are long and some that are shorter. So I just go in and kind of figure it out as I go. And I don't necessarily care that it's super perfect because they're stems and they're going to be covered up.
And the lighter they are, the more they look like they're in the background versus the front.
Oh, yeah,
It's
good
very
point.
well done.
So there's the long one, and you can add the shorter one. And if you're the type of person who really likes it to be perfect, you know, you can overstamp it. I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to cards. You can add a little bit of water to make that more solid if you choose. The nice thing about it is inside the lid, you can use that as a paint palette. These are all watercolor. You can use water with it to be watercoloring your flowers and so forth. So actually, I'm going to let Andy watercolor the both this, the water edges, as well as I'm going to let her create a shadow. She's trying to teach me how to do this. I don't do it as well as she does.
No.
But she told me how to do that, so I thought, I'm going to let her do that on screen. But look, I used
Did you do
multiple
that one
colors.
there?
Yes,
I
you
did.
did.
Yeah, you did great.
But
Exactly.
Andy's the queen of this.
No.
So I'm going to give you the gray, and you want a little bit of this, correct?
Yes, please.
All right, I'm going to give you
Andy,
that.
Paint some water into the little base there.
Where
I
did
do
one
love
that
that
I
you can
stamped
add
go?
water to the inks in the lid.
Should I put you over here for a second?
Absolutely.
Do you need more water or? Here.
Oh, thank you, Amy.
You're welcome. Because I love the effect. I just don't do it well. But Andy is teaching me her ways.
Amy and I sat next to each other.
Here, put it right
Oh,
in
thank
there.
you. That's a good idea. We
Yeah.
sat next to each other at Classic Creativation.
I was
And she
teaching
was-
her stamping stuff, and
Yeah,
she was teaching
exactly.
me mixed media stuff.
And she was going to town, and someone kept circling by and going, you guys, you're not doing what we're doing. You know, we're going,
And that really bothered them.
Yeah, it
I must tell you, it really, really bothered them. I'm like, I like to do my own thing. They didn't like that.
no, we didn't. Well, we were having a blast.
So tell me again the theory behind. And do you want more water?
Oh, no, this is great. Thank you. I'm just adding as I go, squeezing it.
Oh, it's your
brushes
bracelet on the.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, what is making that
He's making lots of noise.
noise?
So what I suggested to Amy was if you find that there's a color that's just not fitting well at all into your composition, so your entire picture, add a little bit of another color that is within there, and it kind of tones it together. It looks really, really coordinated, like you meant to do it.
Pretty. That's a good tip.
And it really did make it, it just kind of brought it all together. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, it does.
Added the green and a teeny bit of the pinky color, and it just kind of created the shadow in a beautiful way.
It's such a simple thing that, you know, it's kind of one of those things that as you're doing something you start to get so frustrated, and the answer was there all along. You're like, oh, just that little tiny thing.
Yeah, mine didn't look like that.
pretty.
This is why I asked her to do this. But
No.
Because I'm just like, how do you do that? How do you see that?
Amy, your card making abilities surpass anything I could ever do.
We can all learn from each other.
That's yeah, I would say that's the fun of it is just the more you watch other people do it and the more you attempt yourself, that's how you learn anything. That's how you learn how to read or write writing is essentially drawing. You copy something so many times until it becomes natural and it looks perfect. So drawing is the same way.
You want the shadow too, Amy?
That would be awesome.
Yeah. You start going to town. You want the
Because I
flowers now?
think it floats otherwise in air, and
Yeah.
it just grounds it, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you for teaching me that because I really do like the way it looks.
Oh, that's good. I'm
So
glad.
pretty.
And also, especially when you've got something as reflective as glass in your picture, if you've noticed when sun or light hits a glass jar that's got water and other shapes in it, and you can see all the different colors displayed on the table. It doesn't matter what color the table is, you'll see it.
Yeah.
So you can always add in those colors.
Now you don't have to use the stamp pad either. If you have watercolors, you can do watercolor.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything that you have in your stash.
But
Experiment with it because that's how I ended up with what I did because I just kept playing with it and went, oh, ooh.
right.
Sorry, my bracelet.
Everyone loves the shadowed area. It makes such a difference.
Very nice. It really does, yeah.
And you don't have to be an artist to draw it. You can
No.
stamp it and still make it look very artistic and hand-drawn.
How's that, Amy?
I love it.
Beautiful.
Love it.
That's
So
really
sweet.
All right.
I'm going to let that dry
you
there,
wanna let
and
it
we're going
dry?
to add to that in a minute. So.
Perfect.
Okay, so with this, if you're intimidated at all by color layering, Sunny Studio Stamps does a great job of showing you, kind of getting you past that intimidation factor. When you look at the packaging, each one is numbered. 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. So the first time around, we're going to grab all of the A's, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to put them on my Misti, which I've already done for you, and I've just lined them up in a row. I'm leaving enough space around each one to be able to die cut them out later and stamp them all at one time. So remember, I do cards in mass quantities. So for me, we grabbed our first one. We have them all lined up. We're going to ink them. The nice thing about the Misti is that you don't have to worry too much about it. You just go right back in.
Yep. I love
I
that.
always stamp at least twice just because I like the look. See how faded that is the first time? That would be very pretty on the bottom. I want it a little darker, so I'm going to go back in. A second time. And as long as you put it in the corner, it matches up perfectly every time.
So nice.
Okay?
Pretty.
So that's the first one. And what I would do, and I'll show you, I just flip it around, magnet that baby down again, and do the other side. Now, it doesn't matter how big your piece of paper is. You just go back in, and I do a bunch. So when I say a bunch, I probably, well, here they are right here. This is all of the stuff I created ahead of time to be able to.
You put the adhesives on it?
I did. I put the adhesive, and I assembly line. I mean, it's how you get stuff done. You can give them as
well coordinated at all.
I only have limited amounts of time, so I have to make every moment count. All right.
Can you explain the Misti?
The Misti is a stamp positioner that allows you to, there's an acrylic base, and it allows you to overstamp things multiple times, because if you're trying to line up exactly with a block, it is really, really hard to do. You can try and you can get it pretty close with the see-through acrylic block. That's great, but it's never going to be exact. This is exact every single time, and as we go forward with this, I'll show you how easy that is to do and how to accomplish that. But you put your stamps on it. These are acrylic stamps. You can use your red mounted stamps that have easy foam on it. You can use that as well. Okay, so the first time we stamped it in this corner, and this was the nice thing about using the 12 by 12 Misti, is because I'm going to leave this set up. So if I want to do 50 cards, I can leave it set up and I can do 50 cards in a heartbeat. So the second piece to this is lining up each of the parts and pieces. So, I mean, ultimately, we want it to look like this. This is flower 1, flower 2, 3, and 4. We want it to look like that. But trying to get it that way, if you're just eyeballing it, is really hard. So they gave us, and this is linked in the blog post, and they tell you exactly where to line it up. So if you recall, we did all of the A's first. So that was what you saw here. We're going to go in with the B's. And I leave them set up in the same way every time. Flower 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. So I'm taking my paper and I'm flipping it to the other side, so that the same thing, I have it laid out the same way. 2A, 3A, 4A, or I'm sorry, 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A. All right, and it's hard to see because they're acrylic, so I'm going to show you here. So where these dark black lines are, those are your reference points for laying it over the top. And because they're acrylic, you can see right through them. It's just not easy to see on camera. So I went ahead and lined up, I put my paper in, I'm going to magnet it down, and I lined up each of the stamp sets, or the B stamps, over the top. So they line up perfectly over the top of the A stamps.
That is so clever.
Okay, so you're going to go in with a little bit darker color, and this thing is monstrous, but it works so nice.
I know, I love how you utilize each corner, everything's planned out so that you just have to just go.
Yeah, there's a question on if there's different sizes of this tool.
There are 3 different sizes. A mini, which is great for little cards. It's just a teeny bit bigger than your A2 card. There's a medium-sized one that's the original, which is like 8 by 6 by 8 maybe? I don't know the exact dimensions.
Yeah.
Which works for almost everything. This is the first time I ever, because I don't necessarily stamp on layouts, but I thought, I'm going to use this. Come heck or high water, I'm going to use this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went ahead and I stamped it in my second color, and I'm going right over the top. It's already in perfect placement.
So cool. That's so cool.
If your piece of paper moves, I always make sure that I shove it in the corner. As long as it's bumped in that corner really well, it'll be perfect every single time.
That's so pretty. Sorry, I'm really hovering over you, Amy.
You're like,
I'm
really, this is amazing.
Feel free to
Engrossed in
hover.
what you're doing.
Feel free to hover. It's all good. Okay, so the second one, that's the second impression.
Oh my
Look at that. And they're perfectly matched to be able to do that. So make sure you clean them off each time so you don't.
And you're using the Lawn Fun stamp chamois, right?
Yeah, the stamp chamois. It is a dream. It cleans beautifully. It leaves no fuzzies.
Can you show that again?
Yes.
And it's super affordable. It's just so handy, and it lasts forever.
It does, and it's okay if it gets dirty.
Stains. Yeah.
It's going to get dirty, and that's just kind of the beast of what it is.
Yeah, and when we're done with this video too, we're attaching an article, and there's actually a link in that article to another article that has frequently asked stamping questions, and we have the stamp chamois cleaning tool in there. We have the stamping press, the Misti in there, other stamping presses. We have pretty much any question you can think of is in there too. And so stick around and you can click on that and also find more answers to your questions about stamping.
Okay, so now I've spun
Can you
it
explain why you have them in different corners?
because you're doing it in 3 steps. So this was your first step, this was your second step, this is your third step. If you have a small Misti, you would do this first, take them off, lay the second set down. Do all of your, I stamp 10 of everything. It's just kind of how I roll. So then I would go back in with this set, stamp the same 10 over the top, take those off, stamp this 10 times. So this is just me using the 12-inch one because I've never used it before. I didn't really understand why I would need it. Now I'm like, dang, I need it.
It's super smart.
Yeah, it saves a lot of time having to peel them on and off and move them around, and
Especially
they're all
if
in the place you need it. And then the minute you finish the third step, you can go in and start over again with the first step, even in other colors.
Right,
Yeah.
and you can leave it if you walk away.
And
They're
go
not
back
going
and they're in the
anywhere.
exact
I
same
know,
place.
it's so smart.
So with this one, I told you to always bump it into the corner. I was really careful, and I made sure I lined it up with the 7.
Oh, because there's not an
There's not an edge to
Yeah.
bump it into.
And that's
so
what
if
these are for,
there's
too.
a possibility of me messing up, this is where it's going to happen. But don't throw things away. I'm the queen of perfection is overrated, and in the end, no one will know that it's not exactly perfect lined up. So with this, I stamped the 3rd color, and this one is called Brunch Sangria, which is so beautiful, kind of a burgundy-ish color.
I like that it's brunch sangria.
Okay, so it's
That's so
always better
pretty.
to line it up against the corner, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to go, it's live, what the heck.
And those magnets help keep your card in place.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah, the
come with the
Misti's
Misti.
magnetic.
It's magnetic, so you can move those around. You don't necessarily have to have them on there, but they're reassurance. Is what they are.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so from here, then you would take your dies and you would cut them out, find the matching die, tape it down, so forth. So from there, we've done that a lot in the past, so I won't go ahead and do that on camera, but this is what you get. And let me tell you, if you look closely, there are some that are not exactly perfect. It doesn't matter, no one's going to notice. Literally, no one will notice once you layer them all up and so forth. Now, the other thing that's inside of the kit are the leaves. The same thing. They have 2. I chose, some of them I did a double. I just stamped the same color twice over the top, and you can just barely see the difference. You can use 2 colors. It's a personal preference thing. Here you can see a little bit better how the leaves look. Not necessarily colors I would have chosen, but they're fun and funky, and so that's why I ended up going with this instead. So
There was a question about the stamp chamois again.
Wow, the Lawn Fun
What it,
stamp
what, yeah,
chamois?
what it was, and
Absolutely.
basically,
show that again.
what it is, it's literally a chamois, like a car chamois, and it's small for stamping.
And a pretty color.
What it does is, if you're a stamper and you use, say, a paper towel, the paper towel, if you rub it over, it's going to leave paper towel fuzzies. And when you're stamping, particularly on stamps like this, you're going to leave fuzzies and it's going to show up on your stamp. And you don't want that. This is perfect for that. Grab the water bottle and I'll show people. I
What it
tend to
does.
water it down really well, squeeze out the excess. Now, it's been sitting here for a while.
It dries
So-
kind of like a sponge. It gets like crusty, but then you can reuse it. It comes to life again with water.
Yeah, and it becomes flimsy again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
it's
I
from
coffee,
Lawn
not
Fun.
Lawn Fun.
Yeah,
it's from
And
Lawn
it's
Fun.
linked in the article that will be above this video. Once the video's over, there will be a link to that so you can check it out and see a video tutorial and all that too.
Absolutely. So that.
Thanks for showing that.
Oh, no problem.
And you
No
just wipe
problem.
off your
Great
stamps. No
question.
cleaner needed also. You don't need a cleaner with it. You just add water and it cleans your stamps. For real.
And like
And
I
I-
said,
for real.
For real. That sounds like make-believe, but for real.
Yeah, and I've been using stamp cleaner for 20-some years.
Yeah, and that does the
And I
trick.
don't have to use
Yeah.
any of that. It
Right.
also gets the ink off your fingers, too.
Mm-hmm. And like I said earlier, it lasts you a long time, just one of them. It's just such
You
a
can
great
reuse it over and
reusable.
over.
Yep. Yep.
So now we're going to build the flower. Now, originally I stamped the leaves behind. And when I went to work with it, I didn't like it. It looked too flat. It needed, I don't know, it just needed something. So this time around, I'm not going to stamp them in the background. I'm just going to layer my pieces, see what I like, and then add my other. And you can add as many or as few as you'd like.
So nice.
Well, you could do like different colors of them.
You could, and I was tempted to do that, and I thought I
That
would
would've
throw you
been
overboard. So
time-consuming.
I did not want to like intimidate the daylights out of you.
But your imagination is your boundary.
So, you know, from here, go ahead and create your whatever you decide. You know, they're 3D'd. I put the foam tape on the back. You can leave some flat and make them more 3D. Where here I went ahead and left the bottom flat and 3D'd the top. I cut some pieces off here and just glued them in kind of because it looked a little empty. I always leave room to be able to put a tag that says happy birthday, thank you, what have you. The other thing, I found this to be kind of plain with the stems. Now Andy's does not plain at all. She like rocked it.
Just in case.
But if you decide, and I'm not going to mess Andy's up because that
No,
looks
make
too
it
pretty.
your own, Amy. Do what
So
you want to.
I just took my water brush, and if you want it to have just a little bit more in here, a little more detail, I literally just faked it. And I'm not an artist. They are. I am not.
You're an artist in your own right.
In my
We're
own right.
artists
This
in our
is
own
as
right.
much as it gets, people, because I don't do this. So, you know, add your details.
Cute.
Feel free to kind of make it your own. Again, I just used a little bit of water inside of the lid of the Color Philosophy ink pads from Prima. So kind of create it, make it your own. You can add sequins, you can add extra pieces. The one thing, and it's really hard to see here, and then I'm almost done for you. I didn't know what this was. I thought it was two different bugs. It's not. It's a color layering set, and you're supposed to color layer the bug. Hello. So here's the bee. You color the bottom in the yellow, and then the top
Didn't you do that?
in the
somewhere?
black.
Yeah. It's
Look
so
at how
cute.
stinking cute that
It's
is.
so cute. It's worth it.
I mean, seriously, how adorable is that? And it has some nice greetings. It has spring greetings, hello. So you can kind of make it your own. So basically, that is where we, you know, hopefully you've learned a little bit from the color layering. The key, if you decide to get any of these, is to download this. This is your key to making it easy and fast. Even the leaves have the black lines where you would stamp them. So here's the A, two of the A's, and then you put the B's over second. Here are the A's for the other set, the daffodil set. So that shows you what you're supposed to get. And it took me time, and I'm a stamper, I've been stamping for years. It took me time to get used to how I was supposed to line it up, what was the best reference point, and then I printed this out and went, hello.
How cute.
So much easier.
Is there a layering bee in each of these sets?
Or
is it
that's
only
a
the
good
two of
question.
them?
Let's take a look.
And this printable, this downloadable is free and it's printable, and it'll be in the blog post too. It's free, and you just click on it and it's already sized.
There's the daffodil. There is no bee in the daffodil. Only in the tulip, which is this little guy here. And the daffodil has birthday wishes, thank you, more, you know, generic kind of stuff. This is our way of sending a little bit of Arizona sunshine to our people in the Midwest who are getting really bad snowstorms this weekend. So hopefully you enjoyed the demo, and I made a total mess of our countertop here.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh yeah, we
So-
weren't as bad as me earlier. You're good.
So like we said, this is going to be in that blog post that's going to be about us in just a couple minutes here. We're wrapping up. And you can download this just by clicking on it and print it out. And it's already sized to print. And then you can have your own. and make your own beautiful flower cards or add them to your layouts in whatever colors you want.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. We had some really amazing tutorials today, showed you some beautiful new products, some of our favorites, and that's all going to be in this article that's going to be there in a couple minutes. And just a couple reminders. I keep doing that bunny
She's gonna
ears.
need a halo.
Just an arrow that points up.
We're all just raising the roof
Keep
over
an
here.
eye out.
Above us.
So a couple reminders for the giveaway to win either a set of correlating stamps and dies for daffodils from Sunny Studio Stamps or a set for tulips. You want to, I have to remind myself, comment on this video and share it. So go ahead and do that now. Also, you want to like our Scrapbook.com Facebook page. And then lastly, you want to comment on the blog post that will be above this video here in a couple minutes. And you have until Sunday, March 12th at 11:59, so just at the very end of the day, Pacific Standard Time, to enter, and I'm going to notify the winners on Monday. So it's really soon. So go ahead and enter. You can enter that, and also if you want to go shopping before that and you want these right now and you don't want to wait to win, you can use the code FBFriend, and that'll be in the blog too. Facebook friend at checkout at Scrapbook.com, and you can put those guys in your cart and get automatically 10% off just for being our Facebook friend.
Can I give him another hint?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're having a stamping sale right now.
Oh,
so
yeah.
They're already on sale and you get 10%. So we give you a very nice gift. Please take advantage of it because it doesn't happen often.
Yeah, this was
There's no double dipping.
This is
typically.
special.
No, yeah.
This is very special. So I do want to mention our next, we might do Facebook Live before that, but our next big fun one is going to be an Easter one, a special Easter one. We're going to do Easter tutorials and show Easter supplies and stuff. That's going to be March 29th. That's a Wednesday, and it's going to be at 12:30 Pacific Standard Time. So right at the lunch hour. So if you want to mark your calendars now to stick around, it's going to be really fun, showing lots of Easter stuff, ideas for Easter, ideas for spring. So definitely tune in.
And if you can't see it live that day, it's always available on Facebook Live afterwards. And Monday or Tuesday of the following week, it's up on YouTube. So you can find us one way or the other.
And we always have an article on the blog section of our website, and you'll see it. It's all us all standing there. It says Facebook Live, and you can see it, and then it shows you everywhere to go and everything we talked about. If you don't have time to watch the video and just want to see some pictures and hear about what we had to say, we have that all in there too. So there's just so many ways to digest the information. More food words. And they're happy.
It's almost lunchtime, can you tell? Actually, we're 5 minutes past when our normal lunch is. Sarah's hungry.
I'm hungry. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you at the Easter one. And thanks to Terry, the magic behind the lens.
Thanks, guys.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday,
Have
guys.
a good
Have a great weekend.
Bye.